What is going on, folks? This is Pete from Record, Upload, Repeat. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and thumbs up. That's right. So, finally, people have wanted it. They want to hear some more of the truth and some nitty-gritty details. I have Dylan here. Dylan is for the win. The Angry Extortionist here live for me right now. Dylan, say what's up.
How's it going, man?
It's going good. I'm really happy I was able to get you on here. I know you got a busy schedule and a lot going on in life, especially with all this attention coming your way. I appreciate your time. So,
Oh, it's no big deal. Eat, sleep, fat, repeat.
there
Not
you
too
go.
busy.
Absolutely. I think we could all agree with that. But anyway, let us just dive into this because I have some questions for you and just unfold. This is our therapy session here, so let's get into this. So, Angry Grandpa
Fire
Show,
away.
kid behind a camera, exposing videos. Number one, how did you all meet originally?
Well, I originally met Angry Grandpa back when he did his radio broadcasts. So he had like a radio show on his website, and he would broadcast to a bunch of live viewers, and there was a lot of regular people in there, and I became one of those regulars. So basically, one day he was doing a live broadcast, reading all the live comments out, and there was this guy that would come in every single show and lay some death threats towards Angry Grandpa. And me, being a great big fanboy, I wanted to seem like a hero. So I managed to find this guy's first and last name, and I looked his name up on Google, and that led me towards 411.com, the reverse phone lookup website.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, well, I ended up finding his first, last name, and his phone number, and I called him a couple of times and ordered some pizza to his house.
Oh,
And
God.
from there, Angry Grandpa blessed the ground that I walked on, at least I thought. And that's how we originally connected. I was like, you're the head of Grandpa's army, you're the sergeant, blah, 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 the typical speak that he usually does. And I felt like a fucking superstar. I'm not even going to lie. I felt so proud because somebody that I watch online every single day, every week, I absolutely adored him, and he's calling me the general. You know what I mean? Like, it was
Sure.
the most satisfying experience. And that was like 5 years ago.
Wow.
5 years ago. Holy shit.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
So that's how you all originally basically got in cahoots with each other, through the live streaming.
Yeah, yeah. And then from there, whenever Angry Grandpa would have somebody that was, threatening him, such as his ex-girlfriend or anybody that was,
Bothering him.
yeah, he would send me after them, and I would do what I could do, but I would also have a Skype call with like 2 or 3 other people that actually knew what they were doing, and then I would deliver the news as for what we found on said individuals, and then I was the one that looked like the big hero, even though I knew absolutely jack shit about what they were doing. I learned a little bit, but they would give the news to me, and then I would give it to Angry Grandpa, and then he would like pat me on the head and, good job, youngin', good job. So
So it was rewarding, basically, is really what it comes down to.
oh yeah, man, like he promised me shout out after shout out. We're gonna make you a great big YouTube star. We're gonna make you famous. Don't worry, I'm gonna tell everybody that you're the general. I'm gonna come to Canada and visit you, and you can come on over to my house at any point in time. Blah 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 blah. Like the whole song and dance I was promised, and I wasn't really friends with Mike at that time. I was just friends with Charles,
With Charles,
Angry
right?
Grandpa. But yeah, man, I was promised the whole song and dance.
All right. So that's actually a good transition into question number 2. When did you actually go to their house and meet them in person? When did that happen?
That was shit. Was it? It was after Thanksgiving in the United States. When is Thanksgiving in the United States? Because Canada and the United States have 2 completely different Thanksgivings.
Yeah, it's usually like November 27th or the 28th every year.
Yeah, it was just after that, like a week after Thanksgiving last year. That's when I went there for the very first time.
Okay.
And they invited me, by the way. No stalking, nothing like that. They invited me over. I'm not just going to show up to their house and spend the night and be in videos with them and then be called a stalker. It's like,
Right.
you know
Right.
what I mean?
Totally makes sense. So my third question is, when you were physically with them, did they act normal? And what I mean by normal is, were they all screaming at each other and freaking out like how they do in their videos? Or were they just kind of like, shooting the breeze and just kind of hanging out?
It was like up and down. See, they have a daughter named Jen, and Jen came around to cause some drama inside the house, and there was some yelling back and forth at her. I thought it was perfectly normal. I didn't see anything extremely suspicious. Like, I'm not going to sit here and try to make them even look like even worse than I already did. You know what I mean? But
Right.
it seemed quite normal. I didn't have a problem with it, except for the fact that they had a shit ton of cockroaches underneath their fridge.
Oh,
That
God.
was disgusting. My
Wow.
girlfriend was like, ugh. She had to sit on top of the bed, and she had a bunch of our clothes laid out on top of the mattress because she was just scared that I don't know. It was fucked up. We don't have cockroaches in our area, and when you see a great big one your first time visiting the United States, it's kind of scary. So
Sure. So, like, was this in that new house that Michael bought for his father? Like in that like that video where, Angry Grandpa's like, I don't deserve it. Was it that house?
yeah, it was that exact house, the one where he pretended that he accidentally backed the van up into the
Into the
pool.
pool, yeah.
They were telling me about how fake that was and how it came with the house, and they didn't lose any money off of it, and they wanted to get rid of it anyway because Angry Grandpa wants to put some chicken coops in the backyard. Like, yeah, it was in that house.
Fair enough. So, question number 4 is, how soon after your visit with the Greens did you notice that something was wrong? Something just wasn't right?
Literally right after I left their house. Well, we left their house. I had not received a single message from Angry Grandpa. Not like, we enjoyed having you. Sorry, voice crack. We enjoyed having you. Absolutely nothing was heard from him within a month and a half. And now people are like, oh, well, you spammed his phone 10 times. You're a stalker and an extortionist. 10 times within a month and a half. I mean, that's 45 days. That's not that many calls, you know what I mean? Like, 10 calls in 45 days, and I didn't hear anything from him. And then when I finally got a hold of his grandson, which was on my Facebook, I was like, hey, man, what's up? Like, what did I do? What did I do wrong? He's like, I don't know. You can try calling him. So I tried calling his phone one more time, and it went straight to voicemail. And then I was like, well, what's the problem, man? Like, he told me he was there. How come he's not answering his phone? And he responded with, that annoying kid and that stupid chinker trying to get a hold of me again. Fuck off, or something along those lines.
So you really don't know. You don't really know the reason.
I don't know. I guess it's kind of like a light switch. Like, 1 minute he's in a totally great mood, and the next minute he's just some dark demon from down under. Like, I don't know what the hell I did. We had a great visit over there. Things went quite smooth, and then I honestly, I don't know what I said or what I did, but I just turned into a great big asshole as soon as I left there. And I don't know, maybe it was my Canadian etiquette. Like, I have no idea what I did wrong, but I was just an immediate asshole that he talked shit about to everybody that he possibly could.
Wow.
Different screenshots that I've got on my computer of him sending messages to mutual friends that we have, those exact same mutual friends that would help me with finding people's phone numbers and ordering pizza and escorts to their house if they were, like, actually threatening Angry Grandpa.
Right.
And, he's shit-talking me, like, just saying the worst shit possible. Oh, he stinks. Are you kidding me? I stink? I take a shower every day. We were there for 4 days, and none of that family took a shower. They smell like fucking Gouda cheese.
Oh,
Like,
good God. Oh. All right, well, let's move along from that. We got the gist of that. Number 5, what made you finally want to expose them and potentially cause the YouTube drama that has unfolded?
Okay, well, originally, I don't care what you say. People over the internet, they're going to be like, oh, he only called your girlfriend a chink, blah, 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 blah. Like, I defend my lady no matter what.
Sure.
Like, I don't care how big you are. I really don't care what you have to say. my girlfriend goes over anybody, you know what I mean? Like, I will
Yeah.
have her back no matter what. So there was that, and then there was different screenshots of him calling me a piece of shit. I don't need him anymore. I have you to do all this dirty work for me, and like, that's what started it. So initially, I uploaded a video calling Angry Grandpa fake. Like, I was there in person at their house, and I witnessed them acting out the skits. And there was no scripts. It was just improvised. So they both know what to do. Okay, Dad. So this is what you're gonna do. So I don't even remember which video that they made when I was there, but they were freaking out. Mike just kind of gives them a little bit of an idea of what kind of video he wants to make.
Right.
And then they improvise it from there because they have such good chemistry. Obviously, they're father and son, right? So they will always have that chemistry. They look at each other in the eyes, and okay, that means you yell. Okay, that means you yell. Like,
Right.
it's just a chemistry that they've built. And I mean, they're not even good actors. That's the thing. They aren't good actors one bit. They're just good bullshitters,
Sure.
plain and simple.
All right. Fair enough. I mean, you know, when your woman is insulted, man, I mean, a guy will go to the depths of the end of the earth, you know, to defend her honor. So it's all good, understandable.
I can be your hero, baby.
Whoa, we might get a content ID for that one. So number 6, did you anticipate that all of this would unfold like it did? Did you know it would get to this point, like so huge?
Holy fuck, man, that's a great question. Well, let's think about it this way. When I initially uploaded that video calling Angry Grandpa fake, I knew I was going to get some hate.
Right.
But from uploading that one video, keep in mind, just picture this. There has been thousands of people that have made videos about them calling them fake. And then the guy that went to visit them uploads a video calling them fake, and then automatically they put up a response calling me a stalker, an extortionist, a psychopath, a blackmailer, and like every single terrible thing that you can say about somebody, that's what I was labeled as, right?
Sure.
So, of course, they upload a video on kid behind a camera, drama alert, is it real, and Boogie2988, my favorite YouTuber. Well, he was my favorite YouTuber of all time. He's he's great. Even he uploaded a video on the topic, right?
Right.
And then I'm like, oh, fuck, here we go. So I'm like, all right, I don't know. I guess I'm just going to deal with all this hate. No problems. Let's just not make a video for a little while, and then I'll make a video again, maybe explain my side a little bit more, and so on and so forth, and maybe people will start to see the truth.
Okay.
But then I got swatted. So not only was my personal address leaked, but there's police officers at my door. While I'm in the middle of taking a shit, I see a reflective vest in the backyard. Like, it was the scariest situation that you could ever possibly imagine. Like, I know me talking about ordering pizzas, it's karma. Like, it is a bitch. I deserve what I got, of course.
Sure.
But they're walking away from this situation completely squeaky clean. Like, ha, I just exposed him. He's an extortionist and a stalker and a blackmailer. It's like, buddy, no. You can claim you're innocent all you want, but, like, the proof that I have on you is completely legitimate. Like, you are fake as fuck. You know what I mean? Like,
Of course.
I've got, I don't know, just take a look at all these videos that I've been releasing. Like, Mike dates Bridget when she's 15 years old, then he uploads a video saying, oh, no, she was 16. And then I had to go into detail in proof, complete concrete proof, to prove that she was underage. You know what I mean? So, like, karma's a bitch on both ends. I don't know if that answer even made any sense.
No, it absolutely does, and it definitely answered my question about your experience getting swatted and all that. Let's see. Well, number 7, are you concerned that fans of the Angry Grandpa Show will try to, cause harm to you in person if it hasn't happened already?
Well, there's been 2 different occasions that I've been recognized. One was at the Goodwill, which is like I don't know, you've got Goodwill
we have
in
them.
America, right?
Yeah, like where you
And
can
the
get
other one was
clothes
at-
and stuff.
Yeah, thrift shop. And the other one was at Walmart. So the first time, I was at which was the first time? I was at Walmart. So I'm trying to go and get my milk and cookies and whatever the hell else. And then this dude was pretty big, and he wasn't a little kid either. He's like, hey, I recognize you from somewhere. I'm like, oh, where'd you recognize me from? It's like, aren't you the guy that, like, blackmailed or stalked Angry Grandpa or something? And I was like, oh, shit. Like,
Oh
how do I
no.
even respond to this? I don't have the video evidence to show you. And I was like, hey, man, there's three sides to every story. My side, their side, and the complete overlook of the situation and what happened. I mean, I don't have any proof here to show you, but believe what you want. And then I just kind of walked away. And he's like, have a nice day.
So he didn't
And then
threaten
the other
you.
one, no. He was just asking questions. But this guy was pretty big, though. Like, I mean, I'm what, nearly 6 feet tall, and
Right.
this guy towered over me. So it was it was kind of a scary. I was quite intimidated.
Sure.
Um, the other one was at the Goodwill. So I'm walking through, and there was like I think he was. I don't want to like underestimate his age to make it seem like I'm trying to make up a number or anything, but
Sure.
he did look 12 to 13, maybe 14, maybe 15. I don't know. He looked really young.
Okay.
He came up to me really politely, and he's like, "Hey, man, weren't you on that Angry Grandpa thing?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, which video?" And he's like, "They're calling you a stalker and blah 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 blah." Like he just went on and on and on. I said the same thing to him. Like, there's three sides to every story, man. Like, I'll upload a video eventually. I can't really upload a video when people have my address on the internet and they can swap me at any point in time. You know what I mean?
Of
Like, I
course.
cannot defend myself. And if I did defend myself at my old place, I would have got swatted again 6 times in 1 month. What would you do, Pete? What would you do if the SWAT team and then the police and so on and so forth 6 times in 1 month? Wouldn't that scare the shit out of you?
I mean, just the thought of it is scary enough as it is. I mean, what did when the SWAT team and police came to your house? What was their reason for being there? Someone called and said some crazy shit was happening.
Okay, so the very first time that they came to my door and they had like my driveway blocked off. They had police officers in the front yard, backyard. They had me surrounded completely. And I was like, holy fuck. This is when I was taking a shit, by the way. I saw the
Wow.
guy in the backyard. So I'm like, oh my god. So I run outside and I'm like, whoa, 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 is everything okay? And they're like, get on the ground, get on the ground. And they're screaming at me, and I cannot say a word because when somebody's yelling in your, well, more than somebody, like four somebodies are yelling, get on the ground and screaming at you, you don't know how to react, right? You just absolutely freeze. You're like, holy fuck, okay, just you put your hands behind your back, let them do their thing, blah, 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 blah. So they put me in cuffs. And then they went inside of the house and they were looking to see if there was anybody else in there. Of course, they bring my girlfriend out, and she's not in handcuffs because, well, she's like harmless. So they bring her out of the house. And then they told me that they received a report that I had a gun to my girlfriend's head and blah, 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 blah. Like, that
Ah.
I was going to kill her and I was a psychopath and this and that. Like, it was fucked up. And I'm like, no, man, go through there, go and check every single drawer you possibly can. I don't have any weapons inside. And now I've got like 10 guns, by the way. Don't come to my house. But no, I told them, like, go look. And they gave me a piece of paper that I had to sign so that they have to get a hold of me if they hear any more ridiculous complaints like that.
Right.
And then from then on, it was more like 2 police officers coming to my house. I don't know what other phone calls were made and said,
Right.
but they continuously came to my house 6 times 1 month. It was fucked. And
But
like,
they didn't
to
put
top
you in
that off,
cuffs. They didn't put you in cuffs all those times. Just the first time.
just the first time.
Right.
But I will say this. Okay, just put yourself in my shoes for 1 minute. Imagine, I don't know if you live in an apartment, I don't know if you live in a townhouse, I don't know if you live in a house.
Just the house.
But
Yeah.
imagine living in suburbia, okay?
Yes.
So you've got a bunch of neighbors, a ton of neighbors. They're outside taking pictures. They're posting it on Facebook. They're posting it on whatever kind of social media they possibly can. Oh, my neighbors, they just got arrested for drug possession. They just got arrested for this. And they would make up these little stories like, oh, they got arrested for this. The whole SWAT team came to their house, and like, it was fucked up. And then all of my neighbors thought I was a fucking junkie. Like, and I couldn't really explain myself over a YouTube video because, no, guys, I'm not a junkie. I'm just a great big stalker. Like,
Right, of
you know,
course.
I couldn't defend myself. So we had to wait until our lease was up to finally get out of there because I'm sure as hell not going to pay for a place that I'm not living in. I would have just left, but I didn't want my credit to be completely fucked.
Right.
So had to wait until my lease was up, and then we had to GTFO.
Fair enough. Let's see here. So, my next question is, do you intend to use this attention from the Angry Grandpa Show drama to your advantage for your own YouTube channel, like your own YouTube career?
That's a good question. So the thing is, in every single one of my videos that I've uploaded regarding this Angry Grandpa topic, I haven't told people to stay and subscribe. Maybe I did. I don't know. I don't remember.
I don't think you did.
I told.
I don't think you did.
I didn't tell anybody to stick around and subscribe. But the thing is, after being labeled an extortionist and a stalker and this and that, and I thought for so long that I could never make YouTube videos again because people would just hate the living shit out of me. Mm-hmm. Now the fact that I got so many people supporting me saying, you know what, Dylan, you were right. I even had a guy named Scary Eyes, I believe his YouTube channel is. He uploaded a video shit-talking me, and then as soon as I provided concrete proof, he actually apologized on video, and that was so fantastic. That felt great.
Yeah.
So I guess to answer your question, like, why not? Why not make more videos?
Absolutely.
Like, I mean, people will be like, you're only doing this for fame. You're only like, okay, you can say what you need to say. I'm only doing this for fame. No, I'm not doing this for fame. I went completely fucking viral. Over 350,000 different comments calling me every single name in the book. I had to defend myself. If you get punched in the face, are you going to sit there like a little bitch and not do anything, or are you going to punch back? Like, although I sat there like a little bitch for quite a few months because I couldn't do anything as I was scared of getting swatted. So they did drill fear into me. But now that fear is gone and all these threats that, oh, we're going to swat you again, we're going to do this to you again, like, now that that's out of the way, like, fuck it, why not make more videos, you know?
Sure.
And, like, what bugs me so much is Mike made that response video to me, that blackmailing stalker is back. Did you see that video?
The one where he's standing by the door?
Yeah.
In the black shirt? Yeah,
and then he starts laughing at every single thing that I said. Well, you say that Tina's a drug dealer and blah, blah. Like, every single thing that I said, he lied about and said, no, it's not true. Although one thing is true. I met Bridget when she was 16, and I proved every single thing he said was a lie. You know what I mean? So, like, this guy is full of shit. He doesn't deserve the subscribers that he's got. He lies to them on a regular basis. They do, for a fact, rip up fan mail. They go through it, make sure if it has goodies in it, then they'll keep it in the good pile. But if it's just a letter, like, I read letters of little kids sending them, like, you saved my life, thank you so much. I was about to commit suicide. And trust me, there was a lot of these letters. Mail letters, yeah. Like, you saved my life. If it wasn't for you, I would have killed myself, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm thinking, wow, that's deep, man. That's deep. And as soon as, oh, that one doesn't have anything in it, throw it in the garbage. Like, wow. You know what I mean? People take their time, effort to write these letters to them, and then they're just like, nah, I don't give a fuck, throw it in the garbage. Oh, this one has money? All right, we'll put this one in the video. Thank you very much, Bobby Sue, for sending me this and this and this. And then the guy that just spent 3.5 hours writing out, like, 5 different pages is pouring his heart out to you. You just throw it in the garbage. You don't even fucking read it. And they idolize this guy as if, oh, he cares so much. He cares so much. But he doesn't. The thing is, at the end of the day, YouTube is their paycheck. By the way, Angry Grandpa is still on Social Security, so he's still getting paid through the government, and Mike just gives him cash at the end of the day, like at the end of every month. So, like, highly illegal, Corey and Trevor.
Yeah, I was going to say, because he's off the books right now, the grandfather, or the father. Rather.
Exactly. And you know what, like, smashing these TVs on every other episode and smashing these PlayStation 4s, and people are like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Hell, man, they make over $20,000 a month. Go to socialblade.com. Socialblade.com. Type in both YouTube usernames and then check out the median. Like, don't look at they can make up to $8 million per year, but look at the amount of views and the average that you get per 1K views, and then you'll realize how much money they actually make, how many videos they actually have. They've got thousands of videos uploaded. Each and every single one of them are monetized. Imagine how much they're making. They might have been a redneck trash family that was poor. Now they're a redneck trailer trash family that has money. you know, and like fuck, man, these guys are just so corrupt and crooked.
And isn't it true that Michael still doesn't have his driver's license?
Well, yeah, but you can't really bash them for that. People don't have their driver's license for certain reasons. But, like, I mean,
I heard that
shit happens.
I heard that was like a rumor, so I didn't know if that was true or not. So I was just curious if you knew.
Yeah, he doesn't have his driver's license. Apparently, he's scared of driving on the road. But whatever, shit happens.
Hey,
I
that's
mean,
a personal
everybody
choice.
has different fears.
Let's
Everybody
see.
has fears.
Let's see about it. All right, so we, well, how are you mentally handling all the negative attention? I mean, things are starting to kind of turn around for you based on that last video you released, but in general, you're still getting negative attention. You know, even the video I made the other day, people were defending the Angry Grandpa show and still bad mouthing you. So how are you mentally dealing with all of that? Is it stressing you out? Is it not bothering you? Like, how is it affecting you?
The biggest blessing in disguise from the whole situation. Remember, I've said this like 11 times in your video.
Yeah.
I was already labeled as a stalker and an extortionist and a blackmailer, and I almost gave this old man a heart attack, apparently. And I was already labeled as such a piece of shit that I'm used to it now. I'm numb towards the negativity. If you want to call me a piece of shit, make it creative, because 350,000 other people have already called me a piece of shit in different ways. So if you're going to criticize me, and if you're going to, bash me in any sort of way, make it unique. Like, yeah. I have backed up every single thing that I've uploaded. Everything. Like, every single thing that I mentioned in my videos, I provided proof. Maybe in some of the videos I didn't have the proof at that time, but eventually, within these past 4 videos, I've backed up every single thing that I said. And then Mike has the balls to just upload a video lying, and then as soon as the truth comes out, he goes into hibernation like a little fucking bear. You know what I mean? So,
fair enough. How did you?
Oh, let's talk. Let's. What's that?
I was going to ask about how you came to realize about Michael dating Bridget at such a young age.
Okay, well, see, here's the thing. There's going to be people defending this, like, no, she was born in 1992. I know because I read her autobiography and I saw it on Facebook. So, like, there's going to be tons of people that are trying to defend that. I was there in person. I know how old she is. So, I didn't put the math together until I got home, and I was thinking the other day. Actually, this was a couple of weeks ago. I was watching the video called How I Met Bridget. And they mentioned how they went and saw Zach and Miri make a porno. And it just clicked in my mind, like, hey, man, you already said that they were dating underage. Let's give them solid proof. So I look up the date of Zach and Miri Make a Porno, the release date in the USA, and that's October 31st, 2008. Right? So that means she would be 15 years old when they are going on this date. And then they go on to proceed about talking about, oh, like, she touched my penis, yeah. and then in the parking lot touched my penis. And you're talking about a little 15-year-old girl, not even the legal age of consent in South Carolina, by the way, because it's 16, which is the legal age of consent in South Carolina. Mm-hmm. And then he has the balls to sit there and lie about it. I would have left it alone if he didn't pick up the camera and start bullshitting. Like, the thing is, I might make shitty videos. I might make terrible videos. My editing might be complete garbage. And it is, by the way. But I'm not going to lie. I have nothing to hide. I've done some stupid shit in the past. Yeah, sure, expose me for the stupid shit that I've done in the past. Expose me for the stupid shit that I do in the future. But I'm not going to hide it. I'm going to take it like a man. I'm going to own up to the things that I've done. I'm going to take responsibility for my actions. And I'm going to tell the truth, rather than bullshitting and then digging myself deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. Now, if you take a look at my last video, which you obviously watched, right?
Yes.
And then you take a look at Mike's video the other day where he's like, well, the way that I found out about Bridget being underage was I went to her birthday party and it said she was 17 on the candles. Like, and then you watch my video. Well, how did that make you feel? What was your thoughts?
Me personally? Mm-hmm. Yeah, me personally. Well, it just seemed like a good cover-up story. You know what I mean? Like, nobody is going to openly admit, unless they have a gun to their head, that, oh yeah, like I totally knew what I was doing, because clearly they don't have morals, like you said, they were some redneck family. So he, he was like, whatever, I'm getting attention from a girl, so I'm gonna do whatever. So when he mentioned the thing about the birthday candles, it was clearly, like I said, it was just a cover-up story that sounded good, like, oh well, he didn't know, so that makes everything okay. He didn't know. You know what I mean? So that was my initial reaction.
And then, exactly. And then what they do is they're like, they try to add Bridget into it. Like, oh, I lied so I could be with him. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know a single girl that would lie through her ass about her age. Well, there is some girls that would lie about their age in order to be with somebody that's attractive. I get that. But why would you lie about your age to hook up with somebody that looks like a fucking Sam Squanch? Like, I'm serious. What? Like, especially somebody that doesn't have their license, doesn't have a job, lives inside of a trailer park, has nothing going for them. What are you thinking, little lady? I don't care how fucking young you are. You will not lie to get that penis. You know what I mean? Like, you just can't. Right. So it was obviously mutual. And then to top off my proof that I have inside of that video, which I didn't put in, and I kind of regret it. He says in 2008 we met on MySpace. So in 2008 they actually met on MySpace, right? And that just proves my point. In 2008, that's when they went on their first date, meaning she was 15 years old. She was a minor. I don't support pedophiles. Goof piece of shit fucking pedophiles that like to touch little girls. That's not my idea of a video maker whatsoever. No. I don't who you are. You could be Elvis fucking Presley. If you touch a little girl that's underage, you are a piece of shit in my books.
Yeah, I agree, man. There's 110%. So to my last real question here is, you said that you're gonna use all this attention and to further your YouTube career, and that's completely understandable. But do you intend to continue making videos on this particular subject, or are you ready to put it past you and move on? That's my final question.
Okay, I'll be honest with you. I do have another video made, and it drops an even. I'm not sure when I'm going to upload it. I don't know if I'm going to upload it, when I'm going to upload it. I don't know. But it drops even bigger bombshells than this other one does. I'm not going to tell any information. Okay. I can't.
Not yet.
But this one has bigger bombshells. This one has shit about Angry Grandpa and like literally every single aspect of everything I covered. There's proof to cover that, or proof to prove that in my other videos. But this has a whole other thing of information that nobody knows. And if I were to release this, I'm pretty sure that the reputation would be completely shattered. But the thing is, I have a heart. I think I'm going to stop for the time being, unless they try to target me more. You know what I mean? Like, they've already got people, like Angry Grandpa was messaging people that they've got the FBI after me, trying to find where I live so they can have an international lawsuit. You're going to have an international lawsuit with me when I'm telling the truth. Good luck with that. Go ahead, spend your YouTube money. Go ahead, do what you need to do. Try to sue me when I can back every single thing up that I said.
Sure.
And like, it just goes back to that Tina dealing pills thing. I don't know if that crosses the line of legality, but like I proved it. Every single fucking thing that I said, regardless of how much you hate me, I backed myself up. And I know I'm kind of tooting my own horn here, because I have to. It feels so good after being labeled as a piece of shit, and they're walking around like they're sunshine and daisies, you know what I mean? We're perfect, we don't do anything. I'm going to own up to my responsibilities, but completely lie to you at the same time and make a video of my dad almost had a heart attack. They fake the suspension so much and put so much damage into my life with this SWAT team coming to my house and police officers coming to my house. Like, they put so much damage into my life that, like, I don't feel bad. I don't. I'm not going to lie to you, man. Like, I cried. I actually cried. It probably sounds like I'm crying right now because I've got a prepubescent voice. But when this happened, I bawled my eyes out. How in the hell can I defend myself when I'm a stalker, an extortionist? Nobody in their right mind would want that attached to their name. Nobody. So say if you went completely viral with Boogie298 and all those guys covering a video calling you a stalker, what would you do? How would you feel when you aren't a stalker? You had their back from the beginning. You may have done some shady shit, yes, but they're portraying you as something that you're not. How would you react? Can you tell me?
I mean, you'd feel like your whole world is crumbling down on you. So, and you kind of feel like you're trapped. Like everyone thinks this of you when it's not true. And how are you supposed to get yourself out of it? You know what I mean? It's like, what am I going to do? So in a way, your last video release is kind of like a victory for you in a way, because now you're transforming people from haters into, fans of you, because they see that, there's proof. You can't argue with proof. So if I would be in the same exact boat as you, honestly, 110%.
Here's one of my stories that I haven't shared, and this is what affects me a lot. So I worked at a retail store here in Canada, okay, and I no longer work there anymore. But inside of this store, I sold televisions, computers, laptops, any kind of technology. So it was kind of like a Best Buy.
Okay.
So while I was working there, this is when this shit went down. Now, on all the demo TVs that we have up, YouTube is the application that is up on the screen so people can watch videos. They can see how good the definition is, if it's 4K, 720p, 1080p, whatever. You know what I mean? Just to show examples, rather than having to put a DVD player like with each and every single TV, we would just open up the YouTube app.
Right.
Okay? When I first went viral, imagine this. 80 different TV screens inside of my work. 80 with my face on it calling me a stalker.
Well, how did that come up? Why was that on the screen?
Because the YouTube app is open on every single one of these TVs, right? Yeah. So it's like, here, check out this TV. It's a smart TV. You can go on YouTube. You can go on Netflix. You can go on Show Me. You can go on this and that and this and that, right?
Right.
So it shows what you can do. And YouTube is the one that's the most popular. It's the most popular website in the world, along with Facebook, right?
Right.
So I'm inside of work the first day, and guess what the video is? Drama alert, stalker, or angry grandpa stalker exposed, with a big picture of my fucking face.
So that was on the homepage on the app.
Yes, on the homepage of YouTube, my face was on there. So I go into work the first day, and this is right when shit's first going down. Okay, so I walk inside of the store, and then one of my coworkers says, "Dylan, come here, I need to talk to you." Like, all right, what's up, man? It's like, you're on YouTube, you're on the homepage. I was like, oh yeah, that's nothing new, whatever, shit happens. I did a collaboration with Angry Grandpa, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, no, come here. So then he shows me, stalker exposed, this and that, the other. I missed 5 days of work because this was when YouTube was having a glitch where they didn't change out their trending videos for 3 days at a time. So for 3 straight days, inside of that store, every single coworker of mine, every single customer that would go in there, even though I obviously called in sick after I found out, like I left immediately after he told me, like, I'm not going to be inside of the store trying to sell you a TV with my face on it calling me a stalker. That's just not happening.
Sure.
So anyway, I'm like, all right, I've got to call in sick for the next few days, blah, 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 blah. But that was the most embarrassing experience of my life. And on top of that, having people on Facebook message me that are friends from high school, like, hey, man, you got exposed on the internet. Like, you're a stalker, an extortionist. What happened? Everybody's trying to get me to tell them what happened. But in the spur of the moment, when all this shit went down, the last thing I wanted to go and do was, like, explain this story in complete detail, because, like, you can't really defend yourself when somebody's calling you a stalker. And when, like, I don't have any of the video, like, then when this first happened, I didn't have any videos defending myself. I didn't have any proof. They all went off of what Angry Grandpa, Drama Alert, which teamed up with Kid Behind a Camera, by the way. They're butt buddies, so they give each other shout outs all the time. But I literally could not defend myself, and it was the shittiest experience. And I went into, like, hibernation mode. I felt like complete fucking shit. And it was just terrible. So now I understand I'm still going to get a ton of hate. A ton. And, that just comes along with putting your face on the internet. You put yourself at risk no matter what video you upload. It could be the best video in the world to you, but it could be cringy to other people.
Right.
but that just comes with YouTube. And like, okay, I don't want to ask what you do for a living or like expose anything that you do for a living. But if you were in my position with having selling TVs at a retail store and your face was plastered all over there, and this situation happened to you, like, how would you respond? Would you sit there and just let it all go away, kind of I did after this shit went down?
I would have been gone immediately. I would have been like, how could you even get through the day or like that week or for however long? Like, that's the most embarrassing thing.
Yeah, exactly. I got somebody messaging me on Facebook, so you can probably hear it.
No, that's all right. But I mean, that's, you know what? Everybody watching right now, you got to hear an exclusive story that was not featured in one of Dylan's videos. So I guess to kind of wrap things up here, you did mention you do have another video that, like you said, you have a heart, so you may not want to put it up. But I'll leave it as one of the questions to the audience listening right now. Do you think Dylan should upload that video and really, really, really give it to Kid Behind the Camera and the Angry Grandpa Show? Tell us in the comment section, yes or no, and why you think it's a good idea or not. Because maybe that could help you in a way kind of come to the decision whether it's worth it or not. I mean, I'm sure most people would want to see it, because drama is drama. But at the end of the day, you don't want to completely bury somebody in the ground. You know what I mean? It's not like they put a hit out on you necessarily. You know what I mean? So it is what it is.
And they already accused me of almost giving him a heart attack. And if anything, like this video would do some damage. So I don't know. I guess I'll go back to the quote from the Eminem song, "Nail in the Coffin." What's that? Old men have heart attacks. I don't want to be responsible for that. So put the mic down and walk away. You can still have a little bit of dignity. There, yeah, that. So go. As long as they fuck off and stop trying to mess with me, then I'm good. I'm golden. I proved my point.
Right.
I not everybody believes my point, but I defended myself. And this goes for each and every single one of you guys. If you're getting bullied, or if you're going viral, or somebody's picking on you on YouTube, if you've got proof, defend yourself. Don't just sit there like a little bitch. Do something about it.
Absolutely.
Like, I've got people that are supporting me that completely hated me a video or two before, and it feels great. Like, I'm not going to lie. I've been dancing. I've been going up and down and celebrating. Like, I'm so happy that people are supporting me and believing my story after this lying sack of shit literally destroyed my name, my image, my reputation. Like, he destroyed everything. And now that I can kind of back myself up, and it's not like I'm gonna go and get my friend to beat you up. Like, no, I backed myself up, and it feels so good. It's like when a bully just beats the shit out of you in front of a group of people, then you come back. It's like kind of like Karate Kid movie, you know what I mean? Then you come back and like, "Wee-yah!" and you punch him back in the face, and like, it feels good. It does feel good. I'm not gonna lie. It feels fucking great.
Absolutely, man. So I think we covered the majority of the stuff that I think people want to know. If you guys have any questions for Dylan, put them in the comments section. I know he'll be reading them. I'm going to put the link to...
I will respond to each and every single comment that is left on this video.
There you
Pete
go.
is an amazing guy. Subscribe to him. I'm going to be promoting him in one of my upcoming videos. I've known him for a few years, and we haven't been in contact for quite some time. Now that we're finally in contact again, it's so awesome. This guy is legit. He is such an awesome guy, man. He's had my back from day one, even though... Oh, my chickens are making noise. Oh.
Man, you know what
he's a good guy. Subscribe to him.
Well, I appreciate
I've got chickens in my backyard. Okay.
I was gonna say, you know what they say when chickens make noise, and I have no idea what that means, but that's beyond the point right now. I just want to say
they
thank
make noise because.
Well, Dylan, I want to thank you for giving me 45 minutes of your time here, and I hope everyone enjoyed the interview and cleared the air for everybody here, and now we can kind of move on from all of this and see where that YouTube drama takes us. I guess is the only thing. Do you have any closing words?
Defend yourself, and thank you for watching.
There you go. My final words are, if you're interested in my videos or want to see more stuff, of course, subscribe to me like Dylan was mentioning. And at 5,000 subscribers, I'm doing an Xbox One or PlayStation 4 giveaway. So once we hit 5,000, I'll upload a video explaining the rules. And once I hit 10,000, we're going to be doing a dual giveaway. So either 2 Xbox Ones, 2 PS4s, or, but 1 and 1. This is just my way of saying thank you to everyone watching my video. So make sure you subscribe, share the video, do whatever you got to do. And if this happens to make it to Drama Alert, well, that's just awesome. Anyway, folks.
Fuck Teamster.
This is Pete from Record, Upload, Repeat, and Dylan, the Angry Extortionist. Thank you so much for watching, and you guys have yourself a great day.